Well, that one's just as expected. A little gross, but also a little bit funny, as things are now taking a turn of it all. However, Senku dropped one thing in this chapter that made me say, okay, so what was the point of infiltrating if you're gonna grab it just like that? Or are you infiltrating in order to set up that thing? I have no doubt that Senku can make this done. After all, he is smart. But he has powerful enemies to face off against. The Angry Anime Fan. This is Dr. Stone chapter 11. Or I mean, triple 11 is perhaps what we can call it. First off, a very nice color page of everyone doing that. I have to say that's one of my favorite. Also, just, what is it? 1 week now? 1 week. And Dr. Stone anime will premiere. And in case you're wondering, will I review that anime series? Well, I prefer to say no promises, due to the fact that I don't really have much time, or not even computer power, to review so much other things anymore. But if I like the first anime just as much as I like the manga's chapters, then I'll definitely review it. Either way, let's jump into the Science Wars. As everyone has been set up of the more cuties, we see a little bit the darker side of the cuties, especially of one girl apparently not being in the selection, but the disgusting Ibara wants to take her anyway, despite the fact that her boyfriend saying that they're newlyweds. Yes, whoever this guy is truly keeping everyone under a short leash, to say the least. Amirus managed to stop the man from going wild, saying that he has friends. She has had friends too, and she will not forgive them for what is happening. And for the sake of this moment, she will do it. As she glares at Ibara for a brief moment, she suddenly switches on her cutie face, and that is so adorable cutie. Indeed, it charms Ibara immediately. Then a middle-aged woman tries to charm, but of course that fails, especially of the fact that her kids also says no. I mean, that is a little bit gross. Finally, it's Kuhaku's time, and despite the fact that Kuhaku has become a little bit more beautiful looking, even though she already was beautiful to begin with, it didn't help that Ashiguro Gen said that you cannot be cute like Amaryllis, so you have to be engineering spunky. And of course, unfortunately, Kuhaku just, despite the fact that she promised to be cute that way, doesn't really want to act that way. It is clear that she is actually forcing herself, even though but Ibara doesn't immediately say no nor yes, because, well, I guess it's because he feels like he can see that Kuhaku is immensely sexy or cute, but her personality that she's creating is a little bit off-putting. So instead he decides to feel her, especially her boobs. And of course, as we all know, Kuhaku don't like when someone manhandles her, so she's just about to break Ibara's arm when Moso, with lightning effects, managed to deflect the arm before she breaks it, as it only looks like she is grabbing the hand briefly, while also pushing away Kuhaku slightly. But Moso then makes the comment that it was a bee, and it's that year. So Ibara in the end passes Kuhaku, and Moso actually reveals that he saw that Kuhaku's killing intent, and that she was about to break Ibara's arm, and that she is very strong. However, he does not have any intention of calling out, because after all, what Moso's most defined character's trait is the fact that he's a horny bastard, so to speak. And he likes girls that are strong. I guess that is why he's always trying to flirt with Kiri-same. So he says that if you try to destroy the palace, I will go on reckless. But he is also saying that I will also look a little bit forward to it. So, I mean, I can understand a little bit where he's coming from. Having a girl that can kick my ass is something I would not say no to. But it also would depend on how exactly that girl would kick my ass. That really would depend it on. It is also the fact that how Mozo is describing this, though, is a little bit more unsettling than regular play fighting. It almost sounded like having a go with you sounds not only for the fighting, almost sound like, I will force myself on you. Perhaps that's how Mozo do the things. He beats girls until they can't restrain anymore, and then he forces himself on her. Probably how that does. Elsewhere, Senku has created a new invention, an invention that is the key of keeping contact with Kohaku. Using rochette salt and copper wire coil, he has managed to create a wireless earpiece that doesn't even need to be charged, because thanks to the Galena Pirate and native cable, you can do anything. It's basically a crystal radio. So finally, it's Guinness time, and of course he tries that little more. Like, I try to be as unattractive as possible, but Ibara just feels like it's a cute tomboy effect, so he selects him anyway. I have to say that scene almost wanted to make me throw up. But it's how it is. Finally, Soyuz throws the thing, and Kohaku sees it and manages to grab it and places it in its ear. But they have no chance to test it, so Ashiro again decides to test it in a little bit of a poor, humiliating way for Kohaku, saying, "If you can hear me, Kohaku, strike a cute pose." And as we all know, Kohaku don't really know how to cute poses, but then she remembers how Suka always does. So she decides to do a similar pose like Suka with a complete red face. Yeah, I can understand that she didn't really like that. But, I mean, Kohaku is not so much for the girly girl or for the cuteness. She's a little bit of a rough tomboy. And while she is very beautiful, it's clear that she doesn't really like to be humiliated or doesn't like to be touched in inappropriate places. So, I mean, Ashikiro again definitely knew that was a clear pose. As Kohaku through the earpiece, we can presume they can hear them through that. Says that when I'm coming back, I'm gonna make you pay for this humiliation. So elsewhere, now the team science wonder what they will do now that everyone has been selected. And it's here that Senku reveals that just taking the weapon from them is impossible, because after all, Kohaku tried to fight Kirisame, and granted she was restrained with a badly dress, but taking it by force is no way. And it seems to imply that only Kirisame is the one who has that petrification ray. In fact, it's not exactly explained yet. Why is it that Kirisame seems to be the only one who has it? Is she truly the only one who has it? No, I don't think so. I mean, it would be stupid to just have one person have it. Granted, Kirisame is a very powerful warrior, but still. So it's here that Senku actually reveals a very strange surprise. And that is, they're not gonna take it from them. And that's what I meant. Then what was the point of infiltrating their whole in the first place? Maybe to infiltrate in order to have eyes for them to tell also where everything is going and where. So Senku reveals there is just one single moment when Kirisame is actually letting go of that petrification beam, and that is when she throws it. But when she throws it, it will also explode, meaning like now they're going to snatch it away from Kirisame when she throws it, using a drone that they are gonna invent now. I have to say, Senku, once again you pulled a surprise. Now you're gonna invent a drone? How can you do that with such a small lab? Well, it's Senku, so he can do anything when it comes to science. However, I'm more surprised at the fact that, what I said before, everything that they planned for is just gonna be now for Kirisame to throw that weapon so they can somehow catch it with a drone and not make it explode? I mean, Senku, I don't think you understand that type of science. I mean, you understand the weaknesses of the science, but what I mean to say is, it can't be that simple. It just cannot. Having the drone and everything else. So what is the point of infiltration? Is it to create some seeds of doubt, finding out that the supreme leader has some backup of the petrification ray or anything else? Either way, everyone is selected. Yes, that includes Ginro. So, what is next? No freaking idea. But Moso knows that Kuaku is strong. And it's pretty clear here that he doesn't really care about anything else. Yes, that's what they said about them. But he will attack her if she does anything. So, can they really keep a low profile? I don't think so. But you give me your thoughts if you have any.